hope everyone is doing wonderful tonight. I am going to make a video that I do not want to make, but it is important and it needs to be said. See, some topics are easier because Christians should all, or at least for the most part, all agree with you, and the only ones that are fighting against you are unbelievers. But there's some topics that are a little trickier where even many Christians disagree and think that it's perfectly fine. And even when I just say this word, there's going to be people that suddenly get in defensive mode and start defending it. And it's like, if you're, before I even start, if you're a Christian who even just hearing someone say that something is biblically wrong and you suddenly get all defensive and angry and upset about it, you need to check your heart, because that's not very Christ-like. You need to put down your pride, arrogance, whatever's going on in your heart. Even if you truly believe that that's okay, whatever they're saying is wrong, you need to at least be willing to listen to them, because if they are right, this is a big deal. And this can be said about many things that Christians don't always agree with or think is fine or whatever. Alright? Halloween. Alright? There we go. Don't all throw your pitchforks at once. Halloween is a tricky subject, alright? I'm gonna go about this gently, because I myself had, for many years, celebrated it. Now, I wasn't putting out Halloween decorations. I did put some sticky Star Wars Halloween decorations in my window once, but that's it. And every year, I would always try to find some kind of fun, creative costume, because I just think costumes are fun, you know? Like, I wish we lived near where, I wish there was like a Comic-Con nearby, because that kind of stuff's fun. I like dressing up, but that's where it's tricky. It's like a lot of Christians think, oh, it's acceptable to celebrate Halloween because, oh, it's harmless, because all I'm doing is me or my kids are just dressing up as cute little whatever, and they're just getting candy, so it's harmless. Okay, well, that part of it isn't what the problem is. Not really. I was just talking with someone online earlier about, they thought Halloween's perfectly fine, and I was trying to explain to him why, and he's like, all Halloween is dressing up as cute little whatever, and, you know, harmless little fun and getting candy. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not all Halloween is, even if you as a Christian are only doing that part of it. Halloween does have all kinds of demonic stuff tied into it. What is Halloween? It's a holiday. What is a holiday? A holiday is quite literally a holy day. What about Halloween is holy? What about Halloween honors God? God tells us we are to honor Him in everything that we do. How are we honoring God with Halloween? I can't think of anything, you know? You could say, oh, well, my church does a trunk or treat. And it's like, I don't know. That one's, trunk or treat for a church is a tricky area to know whether that's a good idea or not. Because on one hand, if they're giving out gospel tracts and, you know, spreading light in the darkness, that can be a good thing. Although I think that there's probably plenty of churches doing trunk or treat that's basically just them also doing Halloween with the world, basically. I don't know. I mean, obviously we know there are plenty of churches that are far removed from God. You know, the ones with all the rainbow flags all around and loving, murdering babies and all that. But God tells us, have nothing to do with anything of the darkness. Stay away from all appearances of evil. How do you celebrate Halloween and not have anything to do with appearances of evil? Witches, ghosts, like all this stuff. It's just, how is this glorifying God? And why are so many Christians defending it? Like, there are Christians that will defend Halloween more than they'll defend Jesus. Something is very wrong when that is where your heart is, when you care more about celebrating darkness, defending darkness more than defending God. Now, I'm not going to 100% say that if you celebrate Halloween as a Christian, you are an awful person. I'm not saying that. I believe there are many very good people, very well-meaning Christians that do it and think it's harmless, and that's between them and God. But I am just gonna say, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's wise as a Christian. How is this glorifying God? How does this help bring people to God? You know? Because even if all you're doing is the harmless part of Halloween, you're causing others to stumble, whether they're unsaved or saved. You know? If you yourself as a Christian are celebrating Halloween, you are sending a message telling everyone else that if even a Christian thinks Halloween is good, is harmless, then of course anyone else is going to think that's good. And even if you're not doing the bad parts of Halloween, they might not get that. They might not understand that. They think if you're approving Halloween, that you're approving all of Halloween. You see how easily this can be dangerous. It's like, yeah, but I wanted to dress up. Can you not do that any other time? Do you have to only dress up during Halloween? Can you not just give your kids candy some other time? Do you not have to take them to strangers' houses? Like, can we talk about that? Is that not wild? So the idea of sending your kids off to every stranger's houses in your town to get candy from people they don't know, you don't think that's a bad idea? Like, did we not grow up being taught to stay away from strangers, especially if they're offering free candy? Now, obviously, probably most people giving out candy on Halloween are completely harmless, but still, you know, when you actually think about it, it's like your kids are literally taking candy from strangers. Like, that's, you got to be careful with that, you know? It's like this weird thing where if like I were to go up to random people on the street and offer them candy, a lot of them probably wouldn't take it because they'd be like, what did you do to this? What'd you put in it? Yet, if someone on Halloween were to knock on my door and ask for candy and I gave them that, they wouldn't think anything of it. You know, it's like, you don't know what people are doing to this candy. You don't know if they did something to it. There's a lot of evil people out there, and people could be like doing all this demonic witchcraft on this candy or whatever they're giving to kids, and that could be bad. So I talked about how I used to always go out and enjoy dressing up for Halloween. I don't remember if I did it last year. I might not have. But I didn't do anything at all this year because I just can't. I feel so. I feel it. I feel the Holy Spirit just saying, stay away from that stuff. Just, why bother? What can you gain from it? There's nothing there. It's all bad. Even the good parts about Halloween, you can't mix the good with the bad. It's all bad. If some of Halloween's bad, it's all bad. You know? But hey, I mean, pray about it. And I think a lot of Christians that want to celebrate Halloween probably don't even ask God. They don't even pray about it. Maybe because they're afraid of the chance that God may actually say no. And that's a whole other problem. But God bless you guys. Peace.